drop. Shot top, fucking up in the hot bar. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up over the crock pot.
Hello guys and welcome. Today I'm going to talk about my time in Italy, the only country in the world shaped as a boot. After visiting North Macedonia, my expectations were high for any other country I was going to visit. If you want to see the video about North Macedonia, you can press a button in the top right corner or check the description below. I wasn't sure how to edit this video. I had some ideas, but I didn't want it to be the same as North Macedonia video. Let me know in the comments what other things I should have talked about. Our time in Italy began when we landed in Leonardo da Vinci Airport in Rome. It was a rather big airport. We had to take a bus which was supposed to take us to Avezzano. It's a small city in the middle of Italy. Our ride was about 1 hour, during which we saw villas, suburbs and the mountains. It looked like it was going to be great, and it was. Generally speaking, Italians are nice people, but even in the bus one girl didn't like the fact that I was filming constantly through her side of the bus. She said Vaffanculo and also called me Merta, so I said that I only tried to film the scenery and not her, which was true. What was not true was that she didn't actually tell me to fuck myself or call me a piece of shit, but I really wanted to show how good my Italian became. Anyway, not that many Italians speak English. The language situation is better in Rome, but your best chances are with teenagers and young people. I wanted to congratulate one teenage girl with her birthday when we were in an Italian restaurant in Rome. It wasn't her birthday, so I blushed and assumed most teenagers from Rome were good at English. I will go straight to the point. Italians are nationalists and they think they are better than others, which is not true. They are, however, spoiled. One Italian told me they couldn't grow potatoes because there weren't enough people to harvest them, and she was glad Italy took some Ukrainians under its wing, so there would be some people to harvest the potatoes. Avezzano is a nice city to walk around, explore flashiest architecture and eat. I had my first Italian pizza there, therefore, no matter what, it will always have a small piece of my stomach. More about food later. Sakuras looked incredible in the city. It was noticeably warmer than in Lithuania. It gave us energy and good mood.
Lavas.
Alba Fucens was the first historical place we visited. It's an ancient city built around 2,300 years ago. It had a church and well-preserved ancient city ruins. The best thing about Alba Fucens was Monte Velino mountain in the background, as well as its magnificent amphitheater. It was special because it was one of many places where the actual fighters fought and died. What was more impressive was the acoustics of the amphitheater.
Roman construction.
Tony, great Italian, stood in the middle and talked in his normal voice, and us being at the top edge of the amphitheater, we were able to hear everything without struggling. There were around 6,000 people living in Alba Fucens before it was destroyed in the 10th century. We also visited the regional park called Parco Naturale Velino Sirente. It was a nice place to visit, but the coolest things were some sort of chamois which only had 25 individuals left in the world, and real saffron, world's most expensive spice. After that we visited Celano. This is how I imagined Italy before visiting it. houses built next to each other going up the mountain. Unfortunately, it was raining when we visited it, and it wasn't as beautiful as it would have been if it wasn't raining. Anyway, there was a really nice museum inside Celano castle where you could see paintings with people who had 6 toes. Overall, great small city to see. Our hotel was with breakfast including. Nothing fancy, but it was tasty. Pieces of meat, hot drinks, pastries, yogurts. I also tried Italian ice cream in Avezzano and it was great. It really lived to the hype. You can buy pieces of pizza in most, if not all, pizzerias. The pizza in Avezzano was not great. I was hoping to feel something special, but it was plain and boring. I can make better pizzas myself, actually. I was stomach hurt and disappointed. My life was ruined until I had 2 pieces of pizza from a Turkish place in Avezzano. It was delicious and I felt great. I ordered a beer from under the counter too. I guess Turks were better at making Italian pizzas than Italians. Arrosticcinis were marvelous too, via small skewed pieces of castrated sheep meat or lamb cooked over flame. I had many of those, but I didn't feel well. I probably had some temperature and the owner of the restaurant didn't help either with his stupid jokes about me paying him for taking the pictures of his restaurant. All jokes are good when you speak the same language, but if you don't and have temperature, you are likely to get pissed. We paid around 100 euros for 4 of us. We had some beer too. I also tried pasta, fish, cheese, chicken, and everything was delicious until the last day in Avezzano. The wine, pasta, aubergine, and everything was not delicious. It was incredible. The food was potent in flavor, so I ate slowly to enjoy it more. One of the best eating experiences ever. When we were going back to Rome, there was a traffic jam. Full Rome experience, I guess. The food in the restaurant in Rome was mind-opening. But I didn't like the fact that 1 liter of beer was more expensive than 2 half-liter glasses and the serving fee was written in the fine print at the bottom of the menu. I wanted to have a pizza, but they said it would take a very long time to make it, so I got myself some truffle pasta and I loved it. I left the best part in the end. The pizza I had earlier when we were exploring Rome was insane. Playful, potent in flavor, the base was shockingly good. Everything I ever wanted from the Italian pizza was there. My Italian food experience was complete, and I was finally satisfied. Rome was amazing. No wonder it is often called a museum by itself. We visited Colosseum, walked down the Imperial Road. Everything was massive and the street was crowded with people, although the weather was changing from rainy to sunny every few minutes. The Roman Forum left me in awe, wondering how people lived all those centuries ago. The Trevi Fountain was super busy, but I managed to throw in my coin in belief to visit Rome again. We walked in the street where we sell famous brand clothes. We said our goodbyes to Italians we were together. The last famous site we saw was Castel de Sant'Angelo. I didn't like that there were so few trash bins in the city, but it was probably because of security reasons. Italy was indeed fabulous, although the restaurants and the prices were a bit high, but you can always save some money by buying €2 per liter wine from a barrel. All in all, amazing buildings and delicious food will certainly leave you satisfied with your time there. I highly recommend visiting Italy. Vaffanculo everybody, and until next time.